What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Rantin Review Pro Wrestling, and this is a news break. We're talking today about a very quick story. Well, it's not really much of a story. It's kind of a rumor that's probably true, and that is that Ronda Rousey is slated to make her return to WWE. There's a lot of reports from a lot of different people that say that she's going to be there. Sean Ross Sapp has claimed it. Some other people have said that they've heard it's like the worst kept secret, and she'll definitely be at the Royal Rumble coming up this weekend. Dave Meltzer says that it's definitely slated that she will be there for WrestleMania this year, which makes a lot of sense. You know, WrestleMania is the time they want to bring out some big heavy hitters. Rousey hasn't been around for a couple years now, and despite the fact that she really sounds like she cannot stand the WWE universe, you know, money talks, and they will come back and do a job for the money if the money's right, so it's all good. We've got some other curious questions about who she would be facing at WrestleMania. I mean, it's the usual suspects again. We're kind of stuck with either Charlotte or Becky Lynch. I would prefer Becky, mainly because Becky did win her championship, her first world championship in the division by not really pinning Rousey. And I would love for them to bring that back. The fact that, if you remember, at that WrestleMania, the finish, Rousey's shoulder was clearly not on the mat, but the referee counted 3 anyway. They could use that to accelerate a kind of a feud going into Mania now with Rousey and Becky Lynch. Big time Bex. I think that's the big money match. I don't really think Charlotte would be the money match as much as it would be to see Rousey and Becky Lynch. And Becky is the man. She is big time Bex, and I think that would be the best thing. That would get me interested. Again, as a casual WWE fan, that would get me interested in seeing their match at WrestleMania. And if, you know, last year's WrestleMania, the first night was really good, I could see that being the headliner for this year's first night of WrestleMania, or the second night, probably the first night. That would be awesome. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. But we have the usual thing with WWE just can't get its stuff together. I completely forgot that the Royal Rumble was coming up this week until somebody on my gaming channel mentioned it the other day. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. The Royal Rumble, one of my favorite, probably now the favorite pay-per-view for me that WWE puts out every single year, is coming up this weekend, and I was completely unaware of it. So there's something to be said for that. But if they can generate some interest and generate some energy by having Ronda Rousey show up at the Royal Rumble this coming weekend, I think that would be great. Some other potential opponents would be Bianca Belair, of course, but I can't really think anybody else on the roster that would be in that kind of high spot, that high position. And of course, they're bringing up a lot of young ladies and older ladies, to be fair, for surprises that aren't surprises because they already announced them at the Royal Rumble. You know, you got Natalya, you got Mickie James, you got a bunch of other people that are showing back up. The Bellas are coming back in. So I don't think any of them are going to win, obviously, but I do think Ronda Rousey I think their intention was they were going to announce all of these ladies, and then Rousey would be like 27 or something, and everybody would lose their crap. And it's not confirmed, though, so I think the majority of the average WWE fans who really don't know much about wrestling news, I think it would be a shocker to them, especially their casual observers. It would be a big headline across the sports page and all of the news outlets that Ronda Rousey makes her return to WWE. And I'm a big Ronda Rousey fan. I always was. I like Ronda. I didn't like the way she left mixed martial arts, though. I thought it was kind of childish, but overall, I do like Ronda Rousey, and it would be fun to see her back in WWE once again. But that's the news for today. If you guys have any questions or comments or any thoughts on Ronda Rousey returning to WWE, do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea, and who would you want to see her wrestle at WrestleMania coming up this year? Let your voice be heard in the comment box below. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. And be sure to share this video on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you talk about WWE and sports entertainment. I'll see you guys next time for more news, rumors, and commentary here on the Rantin Review Pro Wrestling. Have a good day.